Is tiredness truly an emotion, or is it a manifestation of depleted energy, a physical or mental state? Is it the result of sleep deprivation, or is it something deeper, hidden within the human psyche? Consider those individuals who are not burdened by depression, who maintain self-care routines, and who engage in regular exercise. Yet, when they awaken each morning, they find life devoid of its usual luster and excitement. Could it be depression lurking in the shadows, or is it something else entirely? Is it a mere emotion, or merely a reflection of one's physical vitality or lack thereof? This inquiry, however, delves primarily into the realm of mental fatigue, for we are all familiar with the weariness of the body. Every human, throughout their journey, encounters the shared experience of exhaustion. Such universality suggests that tiredness must serve a distinct purpose. The question persists: what then is the essence of tiredness? From an emotional vantage point, one must remember that emotions bear no intrinsic moral quality. They are, in essence, signals for the body to interpret. Consider, for instance, fear and anxiety. The mind heightens these emotions to alert one's consciousness to things that could exist but do not exist yet. Now, let us pivot to the subject of tiredness. When fatigue descends upon a person, it is typically viewed through the lens of physiology. Rarely do we regard it as an emotion. Consequently, we embark on a quest to alleviate tiredness through various physical means. I shall experiment with this supplement, one may declare, or perhaps I must replenish my vitamin D levels, or even the removal of gluten from my diet is worth a try. These actions, rooted in the realm of physiology, aim to stave off fatigue, for it is perceived as a matter of energy. Yet, in spite of these efforts, weariness persists. At times, one's self-assuredness and calm can stand undisturbed until that familiar ping disrupts the tranquility. Oh, it's the boss extending their reach into your Friday evening. Or it's the unwelcome solicitation for donations intruding upon a simple day's errands. Picture yourself strolling along the sidewalk, minding your own business, when someone clutching binders locks their gaze upon you, attempting to draw your attention. Suddenly, an overwhelming fatigue washes over you. You find yourself in a dilemma. You neither wish to engage in conversation nor be impolite to this persistent individual. You're acutely aware that should you converse, you'll be subjected to inquiries designed to invoke guilt. In a matter of seconds, a choice emerges. Give your hard-earned money or grapple with the weight of perceived negligence toward making the world a better place. All this mental turmoil transpires in the blink of an eye. The question persists: what transpires in these moments of conflicting emotions and choices? Tiredness, in its essence, serves as an adaptive creation of the mind. It exists to steer you clear of what you perceive as futile labor, yet it bears a paradoxical nature, for it can also stop your endeavors when faced with tasks deemed absolutely necessary but overwhelming. Contemplate the context within which our brains evolved. When confronted with arduous tasks demanding substantial effort, our cerebral machinery calculates the odds of success and the formidable energy investment required. Generally, it holds true that as the effort demanded increases, the likelihood of success diminishes. In response to this calculation, the brain, being wired for efficiency, emits the fatigue signal, whispering, "Abandon the endeavor. It's not worth the trouble, and why even attempt?" It's as if the brain is safeguarding your reservoirs of energy and shielding you from fruitless exertion and potential blunders. Much like anxiety serves as a sentinel against errors, anger functions as a guardian of our boundaries, preventing us from being exploited by others. Therefore, tiredness, intriguingly, emerges as an emotion triggered by specific circumstances. But you must not forget that emotions are not confined solely to the psychological realm. They manifest physiologically as well. The lump in your throat, the fluttering butterflies in your stomach, the weight of heartache, and the stirring of arousal, all are expressions of our emotions. The conundrum with emotional fatigue is that it often initiates a perilous cycle of inaction. This downward spiral may lead to heightened anxiety or even plunge one into the depths of depression. Tasks that demand attention are continually pushed aside until the looming deadlines become unavoidable. As the grip of exhaustion tightens, climbing out of this abyss becomes an increasingly formidable endeavor, ultimately creating a sense of hopelessness. How do you free yourself of this feeling? The simple first step is to be conscious and ask yourself why you're feeling tired. Why is this making me feel tired, even though I have wasted zero energy on it? Or, why doing this task is important to me? What is the positive outcome of me doing this task? Now figure out what small steps you can take towards completing that task. One by one step after another. It is much easier to get things done when you can break them down. No matter how small it may be, it is worth doing. Just like me writing this script, I felt like not writing. I felt like not coming up with ideas. I felt overwhelmed, but I broke down my ideas into little pieces. I start out by writing the title, then one sentence, then one paragraph, until I hit an upward spiral where I'm just writing continuously and no longer feel overwhelmed. When you took your first step as a kid, it was not easy. When you first learned to speak your first words, it was not easy. When you first learned how to ride a bike, it was not easy. When you first learned to do anything, it is not easy. But the more you do, the more you get better. And the more you get better, the easier it becomes. Remember that just like anything in life, the first step is always the biggest and hardest step in wanting to achieve anything. But just as there is a downward spiral into hopelessness and inaction, there's also an upward spiral of hope and action. The momentum you need to complete a task or achieve your goals starts with the first step, then one after another.